Welcome to Charleston's historic East Side, where charm meets convenience and timeless character meets modern luxury. We are going to take a look at two brand new construction properties on the market right now. Now, if you're looking for a sprawling 3,000 square foot home, this is not the property for you. But if you're looking to make a purchase and live in downtown Charleston, then the two homes right behind me are definitely ones that you're not going to want to miss. I'm in front of the first house right now, and I want to show you what a hospitality door is, because this house behind me actually has one. So these side doors you see right here, this is called a hospitality door. And if that door was closed, it meant that the individuals back in the 17 and 1800s didn't want any company. And when the door was open, it meant that company could come in and visit the family who lived in that house. At the end of this video, I'll be able to share another video with you to explain a little bit more of the downtown areas. What's great about both of these properties is that they're so close to all the cafes. We've got the cigar factory down the street, restaurants. I mean, you can walk to town because you are in downtown Charleston. There's a few things I want to explain. Let me flip this camera around. You can see where I'm at. So right now, here's the first house. Okay, this house is Unit A, and this house is Unit B. What does that mean? Well, it means that you're going to be sharing this back lot here, and you have two deeded parking spaces for each property. You can also apply for a street pass if you'd like. There is going to be a small regime fee, $250 per year, because both these homes are sharing the same TMS ID. You might have noticed, John, what is that behind your head? Well, let's talk about this. Let me flip this camera around too so you can see this. The property over here is right next door, obviously, to the brand new house. It is currently under contract, and it will be torn down and rebuilt. The same builder who designed this property here is designing the one next door. I'm outside of Unit A right now. I want to go into Unit A first because Unit B is in the back, and it really has a great view of the bridge and the water. So why don't we go to A first, and then after we'll go check out Unit B. So this is the front deck and the back side of that hospitality door, which is the entrance to your property. Wow. When you first come into the property, you're greeted by the kitchen. And honestly, for the size of this house, it's a fairly large kitchen. What I noticed right off the bat here is that there is no storage, right? You don't have an actual pantry in the kitchen, but there are plenty of cabinets and shelving behind me that I feel like you could definitely get by. And also too, with this type of property, you know, this might be an investor that is purchasing this house. More than likely, it's going to be somebody who is younger, doesn't have maybe a large family, they need a lot of space, right? So that's the type of property buyer I feel like could move in here. Or it's someone who's older that just wants to live downtown, be involved in everything that is downtown, but not have to spend a ton of money to get into the downtown market. So I think for me, I'd be okay with a kitchen this size, but you know, you might say different. Swinging the camera around here, we have a half bathroom. So there's a half bathroom off the kitchen. I would like to hear your thoughts down below, because you can see the location of this half bath. I mean, it's right here. So if there's a guest that needs to use the bathroom and they're hanging out downstairs, that's the only one they're going to be able to use. Now, speaking of downstairs, the rest of it, behind me, there is a living room, so we can go in there. Now, you could use that room as an office, I suppose, but the use for it in this purpose here in this property is a living room. And it is separated by a glass door, and it's a fairly good sized space. Now, the floors in here too are all hardwood flooring, and they're hardwood flooring in both homes. And you know, the exact same property is next door. We're going to go over there after because it does have a nice view. And we'll go over also, and we're going to talk numbers. So we're going to talk about how much the house is on the market for, and also what are your annual taxes. Now, there will be flood insurance on this property. That's a number that I can get you, but you know, I'm not going to call my flood guy and just have him run a random house number. We have to have, you know, someone who's interested in purchasing a property or something like that. But it is in a flood zone, and there will be flood insurance on this property. So let's continue the tour here, going upstairs. Really nice fixture up here, if you can see it, like that. And they've got a shiplap accent wall here. But guys, look at, we are in downtown Charleston, right? Look at how close we are to the neighbor's house. And that's something you're gonna find here in downtown. What you're also gonna find here are, you know, homes that are older that some are getting work done and some are being torn down, like that house next door. You know, you'll be able to see what it looks like up here while they're in the process of waiting to get the permits to build another house. But the closest of the properties, man, we're almost seeing that in new construction communities now. It's unbelievable. We have reached the top of the first landing here. So right away, what we find is a bathroom. There's a full bathroom in here with a really nice double vanity. And this bathroom is going to be used for both the guests in the property here. So you have a nice full tiled shower over here. And you have a bedroom out front, which is getting really nice natural light. Let me show you what the closet looks like here too. So pretty decent sized closet, right? Not a walk-in, but pretty good space. And then right across the way here, we have an exact replica of the bedroom we were just in. So now we're walking down the hall and we have another bedroom right over here, okay? And then behind me, you can see outside is that second property and all the parking and the space in between. The house next door is the one that's going to be built by the same builder. It'll be torn down and then built by the same builder. That's what's going on in this property. Now we also have one final floor to get to up here. So we'll walk up, and this is really where the primary bedroom is. But I love that fixture up there. It really does look very beautiful. Primary bedroom upstairs. A few closets in here. Going to give you a little bit more storage space. It's a good sized room. Okay, so this is the entire primary. You've got one closet here. And you have another closet over here. I mean, there's even closet space in this, right, window area from what I'm seeing. I mean, you could definitely do things in here if you needed to store more things. You could easily do it. Here's the primary bathroom. Good size, nice big tiled shower, glassed shower, double vanity here. All of these countertops are all quartz. There's your view of downtown. And like I said, you can see the areas, guys. See these two homes, one home here, another home across the street. All of these homes right now, they're getting bought up, they're getting renovated or knocked down. The crazy thing about Charleston is there are some areas in the city where no matter what really condition the house is, if you're gonna buy it, it has to be built the exact same way, right? So, which is good because, you know, you don't wanna necessarily knock down a historic looking property and build some modern looking home that just doesn't fit into the neighborhood. So that's a good thing. But this whole area is undergoing a major shift. This east side area in Charleston is really being built up and really being developed. Not in a sense where we're clogging the streets with cars and people, but old is becoming new again. And with that, let's go check out the second property. I like this property too. I mean, you know, they're the exact same, right? The biggest difference, this house here, you're going to have the big deck that I'm standing on right now. The other property over here, 72B, you don't have that. But you do have a pretty impressive view, and you're also off the street. You can see the street behind me. Flip the camera here. You know, here's the front house. Ooh, there we go. Here's the front house. We've got the street here, and then the back property is farther away from it. Now it does overlook East Bay Street. East Bay Street is on the other side. Not really a big deal, but you do have a little bit more privacy back here. Now you can park over in this area right behind, right where I'm pointing at over here. You can park here, or you can park up by the front door. And then what we were saying earlier, the shared regime fee and everything, this space pretty much behind me here, it's gonna be common space, right? Each house has 2 spots. The builder said they could fit, you know, 4 cars easily between, you know, that front house has 4, this back house has 4. But when you're purchasing the property, you're legally getting 2 spots for your vehicle. Okay, the second property here, like I said, it's the same layout, but the view is different. So I just want to take you upstairs and show you this view, because I think you're going to like it. Open that lock back up. Just so you know, I am not lying, right? This is literally it. Same bathroom. Now, some of the not the appliances, but the fixtures are different. So for example, the fixture in this house, and then the upstairs fixture is different. I also feel like this is a bit smaller. I could be wrong. A really nice fixture up here, if you can see it. But they're both 1,600 square feet. They're both the exact same layout. Right? Same bathroom we just saw. Different fixtures, okay? Take a look at this light right here and then compare it to the first one. Not a big deal, but that's what we have here. Now, the views from this house, I'm looking out the window right now. That's not a bad view. Upstairs in the primary bedroom, you have a view of the Ravenel Bridge and essentially where the shipping docks are. So much better view over here. There's also a big green space right here. That street right there is East Bay Street. So you have a view of the bridge. You're a little bit farther away from the road out front here, but you are facing East Bay Street. Yeah, you've got the shipping and the cars over there, things like that. So both homes exactly the same, slight difference there with the view and then the deck up front. So let's talk about pricing. I'm gonna go down to the kitchen here. We're gonna run through what these homes are on the market for and then what your property taxes are going to look like if you were to purchase this. And it's also important to note that in South Carolina, I almost said California for some reason, in South Carolina, if you're living full-time in this location on site, your car is registered here, your license is here, you live here full-time, you pay a 4% tax rate. If this is a secondary unit, this is not a primary residence, you're gonna still live over here, but come down here in the winter, something like that, there's gonna be taxed at 6% rate. We're gonna go through both of those numbers. Here are the numbers. So this property, right now, Unit B, 1,600 square feet, it is on the market for $949,000. The taxes in this property, if this is a permanent house, you live here full time, taxes are $4,834 per year. If this were to be a secondary house for you, you don't live here full time, your taxes are $16,298. So they go up that significantly if this is, say, an investment property or something you're going to live in only a portion of the time. Unit A, 1,600 square feet with the hospitality door out front, $989,000. Taxes on that property, $5,031 per year. If it's a primary residence, if it's a secondary residence, those taxes are just under $17,000 at $16,978 per year. So would these homes work for you if this is a primary residence? You know, potentially. If this is a secondary property to live in downtown Charleston and you're spending $1 million, be prepared to spend about $17,000 per year in taxes. Now, in some states, that's not terrible to live downtown in a major city in a beautiful brand new house, but it's a heck of a lot different from paying $4,800 per year. What I'm going to do for you guys also, I'm gonna upload a video here and you can learn a little bit more about the areas of downtown Charleston too. So if you're curious, for example, where East Side even is on the map, that whole video is going to explain everything. I hope you enjoyed today's tour. If you have any questions, reach out to me. You can text me or call me, leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to get back to you. Take care.